What's going on, you guys? It's your boy KLou11 coming to you with This Is All Things Sports, and these are my thoughts. After the Raiders lose on the road in New York to the Giants, they now fall to 3-6. And watching the game yesterday, there was some good and there was some bad to take away from it. Obviously, the bad, our offense is just horrible. People are going to always blame the quarterback because that's what we do in the NFL. We blame the quarterback. He gets all the praise, but he also gets all the blame, even if it's unfair and unjust. There were some things that Pryor made wrong yesterday, or did wrong yesterday, excuse me. But at the same time, let's also be open-minded here. He doesn't have a good line. In fact, you can make an argument that Terrell Pryor has the worst offensive line in the NFL. And that's not just by players or by scheme. That is by injuries. Our starting left tackle has been out all year so far. Our starting left guard has been out all year so far. Our center, Ski, very good center, but he's also missed some time. Our right tackle is playing left tackle, Khalif Barnes. I'll get to him in a second. But our rookie right tackle, he's just started his first game yesterday. We're plugging in free agents and guys off the waiver wire and the practice squad to fill in on our line. And, that's just a lack of talent and experience right there. And we all know, in the NFL, your most experienced position outside of quarterback has to be your offensive line for that chemistry and that camaraderie to get the blocking scheme down. So, with that being said, the dude has to pretty much wear rollerblades out there all the time because he can't ever stand in the pocket to observe it. And when he does, the wide receivers aren't good enough yet to create separation and get open down the field. Moore can do it from time to time, but he's also prone to dropping some passes. Streeter, he's a good player, but he doesn't always get open as well. Our tight ends are rookies, so how much can we really expect from them so far? We get Jennings the ball. He's not a speedster, but he can get the ball and get some tough yards. I would still like us to get the ball in Marcel Reese's hand more often, but that doesn't work because he's always having to stay in and block given how bad our line is. Speaking of our line, Khalif Barnes is a magnet for penalties. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's in his contract or if he doesn't get the fact that, hey, that yellow flag is not a good thing. I don't know. But that dude, from right tackle to left tackle, I don't care where you put him at. That dude is a magnet for flags. He had more penalties yesterday by himself than the whole team had. If anything, if you look at his fundamentals and you look at his footwork, very slow feet. Hence why he gets called for a lot of holding plays because he gets beat off the initial play of snap of the ball and he has to try to hold guys to try to hold up. I've always been saying all year that I feel that they should move him inside to one of the guard positions, preferably left guard, considering that our starting left guard isn't there. That way, it could eliminate his fundamentals and slow footwork mechanics and allow him to kind of just deal in the trenches a little bit more. See maybe if that helps out with his penalties, but we definitely need to address our offensive line come the offseason and this coming draft. Our running game, we also got to work on that too. I don't know why we're still running up the middle. Kind of drives me crazy sometimes that we're running up the middle knowing that we don't have a good line. It's also kind of frustrating to see our play calling. When it's first down, we're going to look to pass the ball. We don't get a completion. Second down, we're going to look to try to pass again, or we're going to run right at the middle, make it 3rd and 9, which makes it now a predictable passing down. And when it's a predictable passing down, the defensive line is going to pin their ears back and rush the quarterback, and the corners and safeties, they're just going to sit on certain routes, and they're just going to play zone coverage, and they're going to pick off a young, inexperienced quarterback, which Terrell Pryor is, given it's only his 3rd year, but it's also his first year starting, so he's almost like a rookie, almost like Kaepernick was last year as a rookie. So then that led to the interception that we threw to Terrell Thomas yesterday. They knew it was 3rd and 9. They sat back, and they just waited. And when they saw Terrell Pryor staring down the receiver for this quick pickup on the slant route, Terrell Pryor just jumped the route, picked it off. Now, credit to Terrell Pryor for not giving up on a play and running them down and saving us from a defensive touchdown, even though we gave up a touchdown later on. But the good, that's all the bad. Sorry, that's all the bad. There's plenty of bad, but I don't want to take up too much time on that. But the good is that our defense did show up yesterday. Yeah, there were some runs that they broke off against us, but let's be honest, okay? It's going to happen. It's the NFL. You can't stop every single play. But our defense showed up, and our special teams did really good. I told people on Twitter, on Facebook, and different chat groups that Marquette King, if he could learn how to be consistent and accurate, that dude is phenomenal. And he showed it yesterday. Very good. Very good. Deep balls. Over 50 yards for each punt. Out of his 5 punts, 3 of them were inside the 20. Very good, young brother. I hope you keep it up, man. Keep doing what you're doing. So, as going forward, we just got to hope as Raider fans that we could get this right and go to Houston and chalk up this win. They got a young quarterback. Their defense is really good, and they're one of the top defenses in the NFL. But their offense, their run game might be struggling. So we got some things to work on. So hopefully we could pick up this win and get our 4th win of the season. Well, that's all for me now. This is All Things Sports with K. Lou 11, and these are my thoughts.